Welcome to the Rusted Garden Homestead. In today's 2-minute tips, I just want to go over the basic fertilizers you need for your garden. Now, of course, if you can make a ton of compost, use compost, but we all can't make that. So we use supplemental fertilizers, and this shelf is filled with all kinds of things that you don't need. So we're going to just go over what you need. If you're on a budget, you're just getting started, you need two things, in my opinion. You need a granular type fertilizer, usually comes in a bag like this. That's a slow release fertilizer, and there are going to be numbers on there. The numbers might be like a 434. That's NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Those are the three main elements that your plants need to thrive, and there's more of them. But to get started, you need an organic granular, and I'm going to go outside, show you what I'm using, show you the numbers more closely. But when you see numbers on the bag, for instance, this one down here says 2-14-0. That's 2% nitrogen, 14% phosphorus, 0 potassium. Again, the three main ingredients. You also need a water-soluble fertilizer. The granular types here are slow release. That means you put them into the soil, onto the soil. Microbiology slowly breaks it down, gets it into a form your plants can use, and it does that over time. You also have water soluble. That means you mix it with water, pour it on your plant. Your plants can take up those nutrients right away. What I primarily use is fish emulsion. That's a 5-1-1 NPK, 5% nitrogen, 1% phosphorus, 1% potassium. All right, so what you see up here isn't necessarily what you need. This is blood meal. You'll hear a lot about that. This is high in nitrogen, and it's primarily for leafy greens. You don't need to buy a separate bag of blood meal. This is potash. It has 60% potassium. You don't need that. Bone meal has about 14% phosphorus. These are separate fertilizers for raising a specific element in your garden, nitrogen, phosphorus, or potassium. You want something that's more balanced, where it looks something like this. Now, the other trick you'll see is you'll see stuff that says flower food, raised bed fertilizer, tomato fertilizer. Don't worry about those names. You're looking for this, 4-5-3, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium. Granular, slow release, you'll need a bag of that. All right, let me go show you what I'm using. So this is what I'm using. It actually says Holly Food. Again, don't worry about that. These bags were on sale in January, normally about $17. I got them for about $3 a bag. Buy any organic granular fertilizer that's on sale. It's basically the same stuff. This is my water-soluble fish emulsion, a 5-1-1 NPK. If you want to subscribe to my channel, I will show you how to use this in containers, in your earth beds, and how to fertilize your garden over the season. So when you come over to the back of the Holly tone, again, don't get confused by the name that they put on there, because it'll be like peppers, lettuce fertilizer, tomato fertilizer, fruit fertilizer. It's all the same. About a 4-3-4. If you can find a 5-3-5 NPK, that's great. But what you're going to see is this is made out of feather meal, bone meal, poultry manure. Sometimes you'll see blood meal in there. These granular types are often made with bone meal and blood meal. You'll also see bacteria that you can get inside of these, mycorrhizae, all these different things that are supposed to help your soil. You can get that if you want, but don't be fooled by it. If you have healthy garden soil, even container soil, it's going to have your bacteria in it. You can pay more if you want. But again, last time, I promise, you want a granular type fertilizer like this. You can hear it, it's dry. Something around a 5-5-5 NPK, up or down a few numbers is fine. That will get you started. And you want a water-soluble fertilizer. I use fish emulsion, 5-1-1. The higher nitrogen is great for leaf growth for any of your plants. Hope you enjoyed the video. Gives you some ideas of what you'll need for basic fertilizer for your garden. And again, if you have compost, certainly use it. If not, pick up some granular type and some water-soluble type organic, and you're good to go.